Hello doll friends, welcome back! Today's Adventure Time custom doll we are going to make Flame Princess. I'll be using this Ever After High doll Lizzie hearts. Now let's begin. I actually started working on this doll last year and was even able to film her face-up video during the YouTube Next Up camp, but I kind of lost passion, so I've put this project on hold since. Then just recently, while I was cleaning, I saw her and got a bit of motivation to finally finish her, so here we are. To change the color of her skin, I'm using chalk pastel, as this has been the most effective way of changing the skin color of the body, and that has been proven by my friends. The head easily took 2 full even coats of pastel, but the body needed like 3 to 4 to match the head. I also had to redo the joints and points of articulation, but as you can see, there's still a lot of chipping, and I used MSC to seal her body, by the way, so I guess it's not as strong enough as I thought it would be. Like I mentioned, the face-up part was filmed with a team during the YouTube Next Up camp last year, where I met 11 other amazing creators, and we all went through a series of workshops to help us become better creators. Now this is the final video I submitted on the last day, so enjoy! For her hair, I'm using yarn. I lost the packaging, but I'm very sure this is Familia 100% acrylic. If you're new here, I have a very detailed tutorial on how to make the wefts we will be using. The link is always on the description box below, so check it out. Grab a weft piece and roll it like so. Then add more to make a ponytail. This time we are gluing everything straight to her head. A lot of you have asked if this is possible, and yes it is. I love making wigs because I like the idea of my dolls being able to switch hairstyles just like ball jointed dolls. But since Flame Princess has a trollish kind of hairstyle, the wig did not really came out as good. And since she already has a fully painted face, rerouting is not an option because the pressure of plunging hairs into the scalp will crack the paint job. And I've learned that hard way, so yes, it's really ideal and highly recommended that you reroot first before you paint the face. So as you can see, this is very straightforward. Just glue the wefts around the ponytail we made earlier until you reach the hairline. Once you reach the hairline, cut the glued edges of the weft and glue it on the head like so. Use a pointed tool to spread out the hairs and clean up the excess glue using a wet Q-tip. Next, I made two thick wefts for the bangs part and glue it at the middle of the head, opposite each other, forming a widow's peak. Then we'll save this for later. This probably was something I regret doing, but I wanted a defined hairline, so I used acrylic paint to paint individual hairs. Once done, brush the bangs down and shape it with water. The rest of the hair, you kind of just pinch here and there and mold it into a flame shape. Hairstyles like this are not difficult to achieve with brushed yarn. Not on video, but to finish her hair, glue an orange gem right at the center tip of her bangs, and that's done. Now let's make her an outfit. This will not look like the original one, so please go easy on the comments. Anyway, let's start with her shirt dress. I am tracing my pattern on a polyester fabric. Cut a piece of chiffon and place it on the right side of the polyester fabric. Then sew along this line. Trim off the excess and cut snips on the curved edge. Then, carefully turn it over and use a pointed tool to push out the corners. Press and sew a top stitch along the edge. Next, turn it over and cut the excess chiffon. Do the same thing to the armholes. Cut a straight line between this triangle part, or just fold it and sew along the line. Then sew the sides close. Next, cut a semicircle piece of polyester fabric and cinch the edges with a lighter so we don't have to hem it. Gather the straight part and then attach it to the shirt piece we made earlier. Then put it on the doll and sew the front part close using a blind stitch. To do a blind stitch, pass the needle through the hems alternately so it neatly closes the shirt together. Then I made a long gathered skirt using orange chiffon. My Froggy Stuff has a neat tutorial on how to make one. I will also include a link on the description box below. For her chest accessory, I first traced and cut a design on Bristol card. Since this is a stiffer paper, it's going to have harsh creases when you bend or fold it over. So brush on some water so it becomes softer, and then carefully fold and mold it into this taco shell kind of shape and let it dry. Once dry, I'm going to spray it with a sparkly gold spray paint. So we could place it on the doll, cut the back part open. Then glue on a red gem and we're done. I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more custom doll videos, and please tap the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I post something new. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Mozekyto. I am desperate. Take care and see you on my next one. Bye!